What is up, guys? I am back in Georgia. I just got back from my trip to Missouri and Illinois, but it's been raining here all day, so I'm gonna flip and see if anything's moved under my stuff here. And this will be the first video you see back from that trip, or at least the start of it, in the event that I find something. So, as per usual, if you're seeing this, that means I'm gonna find something of interest at least. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother throwing it in, so. Wet grass in May generally is one of the best recipes you can ask for king snake movement. Nobody under this, but I will be surprised if there's not one hanging out somewhere here, or either today or tomorrow. Well, there's an unexpected little surprise. There's a little red-bellied snake. That is the first snake I've seen today, one I was not expecting. These guys are really common this time of year on the road generally, but you don't flip too many of them. But when we start getting this nice, wet, rainy weather here in late spring, early summer, you do see a lot of them on the road. So I guess it's not too much of a surprise he's out. But generally, outside of that really wet weather, the only time you really see these guys reliably is early in the year, late in the year, when it's actually kind of cold outside. It's the best time to find these from my experience, but pretty cool. I'm just gonna put this guy back under his board and keep flipping. Nice little red-bellied snake. Well, I guess the rain really brought out the fossorial species today. There's a little ringneck right there. I have not seen many of these guys at all this year by the house. Normally you expect to see a lot of them, but pretty cool. Look at him like looking at me and flicking his tongue. I have not seen as many of these guys as I normally do by the house this year, so it's kind of surprising to see him, but pretty cool nonetheless. What is he doing? That's weird. He's like... Oh, I scared him there. Anyways, I'm gonna put his rock back down. This is the rock next to Worm Snake Rock. Actually, it might be the first thing I've ever found under it, so. Okay, what on earth? There's another red-bellied snake. Look at this one. This one's one of the almost solid black ones. These guys are super cool looking. But look at that belly. The Darth Maul red belly. That is awesome. This is the second of the three main phases you get. You get the reddish brown ones like that last one, the solid black ones, and then sometimes you get a black one with a red stripe, and that is awesome to see. But yeah, another red-bellied snake. Kind of surprising, but I guess it makes sense with all the rain. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this guy go back under his rock. Look at that, he's actually doing the lip curling thing. So these guys have a really weird defense mechanism where they curl their lip up and show you their teeth. They have very tiny teeth, so it's not really, I don't really understand what the effectiveness of it is, but it's really goofy looking. And definitely notable, but look at that. Isn't that strange? It's actually the first time I've really seen one do it so extensively. A lot of times they'll do it real quick and then they'll stop. Race runner. Hanging out, being cold. Look at that belly. That's a good looking lizard. I would not be surprised if there's a scarlet snake today because of the weather, and these guys are getting ready to lay their eggs. And that is the main thing they eat, is lizard eggs. Alrighty, come on, scarlets. Race runners, more of them. Another little guy right there, 3 of them. Don't see any scarlet snakes though. Last time I was here, the scarlets weren't actually under this, they were under those things, so we're gonna check those next. All right. Narrowmouth toad. Look at his little pointy head. But I'm not seeing any scarlet snakes. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. That is another red-bellied snake. Looks just like the first one. I'm not gonna mess with him, but pretty cool to see 3 of them today. I haven't seen any undercover since winter, I don't think. Well, nothing crazy here at the house today, but we did get a couple things of interest, so I'm going to leave this part in, and I will see you guys in the morning. I'm going to flip a little bit in a different area and then go road cruise, so see you guys then. Good afternoon, everyone. Unfortunately, today I'm coming to you very pessimistically. It feels incredible today. It's a beautiful overcast day. It is kind of late in the afternoon. Unfortunately, I had to take care of some business this morning and I wasn't able to get out for a full day. But I am out here this afternoon, and I'm walking around some of this awesome habitat here. It's about 64 degrees, I think, right now at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in late May. So it's unseasonably cool. Beautiful weather for hiking snakes, in my opinion. Couldn't ask for much better. But it's been rough recently. The last couple outings I've been out, I haven't even been able to really get content for videos. I haven't seen anything. So hopefully that'll turn around today, but I'm just going to get after it, and I will let you guys know how it goes. Last time you would have seen me, I was at the house flipping, and I only saw a couple of red-bellied snakes. But in the event that I see something today, that'll be where I'm picking up from. So it's not a herp, but I see a man. Hello? I mean you no harm. No, come here. This is what I've resorted to, following armadillos around because I can't find snakes. Well, there's my first snake of the day. I'm hoping he's not going to bolt on me because it's a pretty cool in situ, but there's a black racer hanging out right there. Sitting out on this nice overcast day, just like I was hoping. It's a pretty good sign. Hopefully that means other stuff will be out, but I'm going to try to get a picture real quick. Well, he started to dip, but this is why I like cool days like today. As you can see, this is a black racer, but he is not biting me. And it's completely chill for the most part because he's cold. It's only about 64 degrees and densely overcast today, so this guy does not have a lot of energy to bite me or try to run away. But I did get a couple cool pictures of him sitting there, but I'm just going to let him go. I wanted to give you guys a better look before he got away, though, since this is the only snake I've seen so far today. But anyways, black racer. Put him down, and I'm guessing he's going to go into that stump hole right there. You're stinky. There he goes. All right, guys, so I was having a pretty slow day, and I started to make my way back to the car, and I got to this rock right here, and I flipped it, not really expecting much because I hadn't seen anything besides that one racer, and underneath it was possibly the rarest snake in North Georgia. That is an Eastern Coachwhip in the Georgia Piedmont. Holy. So it was basically wedged into a tiny burrow, and I could only see that much of its tail. I couldn't tell what I was looking at. Like, I only saw a couple of scales like that. But then I saw the black flash, and I immediately knew what it was. I grabbed it, and I had to do a little bit of excavating. But oh my God, I got it. So this is only the second Eastern Coachwhip from the Georgia Piedmont that I have ever seen actual evidence of. There are records from several counties across the state and in the Piedmont, but I've only ever seen a photograph of one Coachwhip in the Georgia Piedmont before today. I don't even have words. I had not seen anything besides that racer, and I've been out here all day since 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's about 5:30 now, something like that. This is my second snake. This is such a fantastic looking snake too. Just, oh my goodness gracious. Beautiful young male Eastern Coachwhip in North Georgia. I'm absolutely in disbelief right now. What an incredible snake. As you can see, I mean, these guys, their first half almost looks like a racer. They've got slightly different facial features, but the first half is generally solid black and very racer-like, but then you get this incredible braided looking tail where they get their name, the Coachwhip. So since it is so cold outside, I think this guy's playing dead. A lot of times they do that. They just go limp basically. And you can see just absolutely ridiculous looking. But these snakes are actually incredible predators, and they are fierce reptile eaters. They will eat almost exclusively other reptiles, lizards, snakes, whatever it is they can fit in their mouth. And I mean, this thing is about halfway grown. These snakes are documented to be some of the largest in the United States, upwards of 7.5, 8 foot long, I believe. 7-foot snakes are not terribly uncommon in this species, but they are very slender, as you can see. I mean, this is an adult male, and he's only about as big around as my thumb. But they can get much bigger, obviously. Let's see if he'll actually stop playing dead for a brief moment. just so you can see how long this guy is. I mean, this is like maybe a 4-foot snake, but still very thin, obviously. That is so awesome. Possibly the rarest snake in North Georgia. Possibly even rarer than the pine snake. Pine snakes are definitely more secretive, but I mean, those things turn up all the time when you compare it to the Coachwhip. You hear people say they see Coachwhips all the time, and they're very fast snakes, so it's understandable that they don't get evidence of them. But I mean, I have a hard time believing that this snake can exist in a way that people never actually prove its existence. It's just unbelievable to me that they're so hard to actually get proof of in the Georgia Piedmont. Moving a little bit so you can see. Whoa, they are incredibly fast even when they're cold. I mean, he almost got away from me just then. Holy crap, what a way to end the day. It's getting late in the afternoon, so this is going to be the last thing you see for the day. Anyways, I'm going to hold on to this guy for the time being and make sure that the powers that be don't want to do anything with him, get tissue from him or anything, and then I'm going to bring him back and let him go right here. When you have a snake that's this rare like this guy, a lot of times scientists will want some variety of sample from them, like a tissue sample, in case a genetic study ever comes up or something like that, because it would be so hard to get one in the future if it's ever needed. Alright guys, I am back out here getting ready to release this Coachwhip. What an insanely beautiful snake, and what just a ridiculous surprise to see underneath that rock. The last thing I was expecting, but man am I glad I decided to stop and flip that rock, because this is one of my favorite finds of the year so far, if not my favorite local find. Just absolutely incredible. Anyways, I'm going to put this guy back under his rock and wish him the best. And I'm going to wish him the best in carrying... And I'm going to wish him the best in passing on his genes this spring so that we can have more Coachwhips running around here. All right, buddy, there's your rock. I'm sure you know where to go. Look at that. Perfect. That is so sick. I already flipped that to see if there's anything under it today, but I haven't flipped this one yet.